What's up, Trophy Hunter? Welcome to my full platinum walkthrough for Distraint. Distraint is a nice little horror adventure game. If you're using this guide, you can get the platinum in 1 hour. I will do this walkthrough with some light commentary, so it should be very easy to follow. If you're looking for a specific trophy, check out the timestamps in the video description or in the top pinned comment. Do not wonder about the strange background music, because I have to mute the whole game because of copyright. So now let's start right away. You can skip the text with the cross button. So right at the beginning you have to knock on all the 3 doors. Now go back to the middle door and knock on this door again. Now you can enter the room. In this room, go right and talk to Mrs. Goodwin. After she leaves, interact with the chair, also interact with the door, and last but not least, interact with the picture. Then go right and wait for the cutscene. After the cutscene, you will unlock your first trophy, the First Distraint. So now go back to the hallway. Now go back to the right and enter this room here. In this area you find your first save point. After saving the game, go right and interact with the first door. It's locked. Now move on and go through the second door. Go right and enter the first door. Go right and interact with the bathtub to get the frozen ice cube. After picking up the ice cube, you have to complete the tutorial how to use your item inventory. Now go back to the kitchen. Go right and use the ice cube on the oven to get the key. Now go left and return to the living room. Now go left and use the key on the first door. Now go all the way to the right and enter the door. Go right and interact with the chair to get a horror book. Now go back to the previous area. Go left and use the horror book on the bookcase to get another book. Now go right and through the door. In this room, use the new book on this bookcase. Now a new door will appear. Go through the door. Go right and talk to the peeper. After talking to the peeper, go right to the next room. Now go right and interact with the blood ready thing. After interacting with this bloody red thing, a big elephant will chase you. Run all the way to the right till the scene ends. Never stop running or the elephant will catch you and you have to restart. So go left through the door. Go all the way right to the coffee maker. Interact with the coffee maker to get an empty coffee pot. Go left and enter the first door. Use the coffee pot on the closet to get a trophy. Now go left and use the coffee pot on the sink. Leave the room and go left to the bedroom. Now go left and use the full coffee pot on the wash basin. This will unlock another trophy. Now go back to the kitchen. Go right to the coffee maker. And use the full coffee pot on the coffee maker. Now go left and interact with the TV. Now go right and enter the bathroom. After the dialogue, go back to the kitchen. Talk to the people. Interact with the coffee maker. And now go back to the bedroom. Go left and interact with the wardrobe. Go all the way right until you find a cabin. Interact with the door. The door is locked. So keep moving right until you find a man. Talk to this man to get the key. Now return to the door that you inspected before and inspect the wood next to it to get the firewood. With the firewood in your inventory, go all the way back to the beginning. Near the beginning you can find a sign. Use the firewood on the sign to get another trophy, the long walk. Now go all the way back to the cabin. Use the key on the door and enter the cabin. Go right and use the firewood on the fireplace. Go right and through the first door. Go all the way to the right and interact with the lamp to get some matches. Now return to the living room. Try to use the matches with the fireplace. Return to the hallway and go through the first door. Go right and interact with the trash can to get some papers. Now go all the way back to the fireplace. Now use the papers and the matches on the fireplace. Talk to the man. Now go back to the room where you found the papers. Interact with the dog, he can be found under the lamp. Now return to the fireplace and talk to the man again. Now go back to the hallway. Now go all the way to the right. Go right and through the first door. Go right and interact with the bathtub. Now follow the green track. Try to open the locked door. Now return to the fireplace and talk to the man. He will give you some hints how to open the door. Now go back to the locked door. You have to enter a code. The code is 5, 6, 7 and 8. Now keep following the green track. Go right and upstairs. Go right and interact with the desk to get a gasoline can. Now keep going right. Now go all the way right until you came to a dog. Try to use the gasoline can on the dog to unlock the trophy Sniff This. When done, head all the way back to the cellar. In this area, go left and use the gasoline can with the compressor. Move right through the first door. Now go left and interact with the washer. Wait a few seconds for the cutscene. Interact with the washer again to get the clothes. Now go all the way back to the dog. Now use the clothes with the dog. Go all the way to the left until you get the cutscene. After the cutscene, go all the way to the right. Talk with the man and you will unlock the trophy, the Second Distraint. After talking with the man, enter the cabin. Go right and talk to the people. Head all the way to the right until you find the room. Keep moving right until you can reach the crying Mrs. Goodwin. Go right and answer the phone. Leave the room and go all the way to the right to the coffee maker. Interact with the coffee maker. Now go left and answer the phone. The phone is near the door to the bedroom. Now go right and talk to these people here. Now go right and interact with the coffee maker again. Now go back to the bedroom. Go left and interact with the wardrobe. Go all the way to the right. Enter the room, it's hard to see. Now go left and talk to the man. Now go back to the lobby. Now go to the room left from the save point. Go all the way right and use the key on the last door. Go right and interact with the fuse box. In order to light the fuse, you have to press the action button when the green square is highlighting the circle in the correct order. This puzzle is random, so you have to find it through trial and error. Now return to the basement. Go all the way left until you find a man. Interact with the blood next to the man to get the bloody meat. After getting the bloody meat, go back to the hallway. Go all the way right to the end. Give the bloody meat the man. To trigger the next scene, we have to go all the way back to the reception area. At the reception area, you will see the butcher dragging a body in a bag away and out of the picture. This triggers the change in the hallway. So now you can go back to the man and get your fresh meat. Now return to the lobby. Use the food to the room right from the save point. Give the food to the lady to get the cowbell. After the dialogue, go left and interact with the wardrobe to get a hanger. Now go back to the lobby. Now go left until you see the cleaning lady. Give the hanger to the lady to get the trophy, the whistle. Now go right and use the hanger on the TV. Now go left and use the cowbell in the deception sign. Now go back to the hallway. Go to the door with the cells on it. Go through the door, go right and pick up the flowers. After picking up the flowers, use the cowbell on the skull. Now you can leave the area. Go left and back to the lobby. Go left to the reception. Now try to give the flower the nurse to unlock the trophy A Flower to You. Now go right and use the flower to the door near the TV. Enter the room and give the flower to Mrs. Goodwin. Go right and enter the first room you find. Go all the way to the right and enter the last room. So in this room you have to interact with the light. Interacting with the light will change the room. You also have limited time, so interact with the light and go through the door with the mushroom on it. Now wait until the time runs out and go through the hole. Now go all the way to the right through another hole. So now again interact with the light, go left through the door with the mushroom, go left and interact with the painting. Now you should get a blue piece of a painting. This only works when the light is activated. For the next part you have to be very quick. Go back to the light, interact with the light and run left. Left again through the mushroom door, now right. And right again through the door. If you're too slow you have to go back and repeat. So here again interact with the light, run right, run left and run right to the painting. Interact with the painting to get the red piece of painting. Now you should have 2 pieces of painting in your inventory. Go back to room 1. Now interact with the light and run to the living room. In the living room you have to use the blue piece of painting and the red piece of painting. Next to the slot machine. This will unlock a secret door. Go through the secret door. Now you should be in the lounge. Go right and talk to the man. So now we need to go back. To get back, go right and interact with the light. Now run left and go through the door where we came from. Now go left to the hallway. Now go right and interact with the door next to the painting. Go right and talk to the people. After the dialogue, go right through the door. Go left and interact with the trash can to get a $5 bill. Now go all the way back to the lounge. So here go right and enter the first door. Give the $5 bill the man on the balcony to get the trophy Cheer Up. After the trophy, also interact with the railings to your right. Now return to the lodge. Go right and interact with the light. Go right through a new area. Now go right and use the $5 bill on the phone to get the coin. With the coin in the inventory, go all the way back to the living room. Now go right. Interact with the light, then run left. And use the coin on the slot machine to unlock another trophy, Jackpot. Now go back to the living room. Go right and enter the door next to the painting. Go right and give the blues book to the peeper. In this section you only need to keep moving right. Go left and through the door. Now go all the way to the right. After the cutscene, interact with the coffee maker. Now go to the left. Pick up the newspaper from the ground. Now go back to the coffee maker. Interact with the coffee maker. Now go left and interact with the chair in the living room. Go right and through the second gate. Go all the way right and talk to the man. Now go left and enter the cabin next to the save point. Interact with the desk to get the cemetery key. Now go back outside. Go left and return to Cemetery Part 1. Go left until you came to another gate. Use the key to open the gate and go through it. Now head all the way to the left and go to the first gate you find. Now head all the way to the right and talk to the lady to get a crowbar. Now go all the way back to the man. Try to give the crowbar to the man. When he leaves, go left and enter the cabin. Go right and use the crowbar near the bed. This will open a new path. Now head left and interact with the area to get a plank. With the plank in your inventory, return to the place where the man was. Use the plank on the place where the man was and go all the way to the right and interact with the area. Go to the right and talk to the lady, called Jenny. Go left and enter the second room. In this room there are 3 safes. Interact with the first safe to get a salt shaker. Go right and use the salt shaker with the coffee maker. Now go back to the girl and talk with her. Now follow her and return to the coffee room. Wait until she gets to the coffee maker and talk to her. Now return to the lobby. Go right and interact with the phone on Jenny's counter. Go left and enter the first room. Go left and enter the first room you find. Go left and answer the phone. Now go all the way back to the coffee room. The second safe should be open now. Go right and interact with the second safe to get a mug. Now return to the lobby. Go left and use the mug on the dispenser a total of 6 times. Now go right and talk to Jenny. Also interact with the phone on Jenny's counter. Go left and through the first door. Go left and enter the second door. Go right and answer the phone. Now same game again, go all the way back to the coffee room. Go right and interact with the third safe to get a rack. Now go back to the lobby. Go left and enter the room. It's a bathroom. Use the rack on the closet. Now return to the lobby. Go right and talk to Jenny. Now go left and through the first door. Go all the way left until you came to a red sign. Interact with the red sign. When the man starts moving, go right and interact with the phone on the ladder. Now return to the lobby and talk to Jenny. Interact with the phone on Jenny's counter. Now go back to the hallway. Go left and enter the last room. Go right and answer the phone. In this part of the game, simply follow the ghost. So now we're near the end of the game. Enter the door to your left. Go right and interact with the cabinet to get the shotgun. Now return to the kitchen. Go left through the door. Go left through the first door. Go right and interact with the desk to get the suicide note. Now go back. Now go right and use the shotgun on the chair next to the TV. So that's the last part of the game. Go left and interact with the elevator.